And hello there, everyone. Hello, how are you, honey? I am Big Meach, and this here is a Big Meach moment. How are you? How are you? How are you? Listen, I want to take time, and I think I'm going to do this for all 7 days. As you all know, we are now in the Kwanzaa celebration season, which primarily it's become my favorite time of the year, even though I don't celebrate it the way I ought to, with all of the materials and things, the ingusaba, which is the 7 candle thing or whatever. Now if I were to light candles or whatever, we'd be lighting the green candle, which is the first candle. Today is our very first principle. So I've learned that a proper greeting, when somebody hollers out Habara Gani, which is what's the word, you will respond Umoja or whatever the principle is. Since this is day one, Umoja is today's principle, and Umoja means unity. Okay, one of the reasons why I adore Kwanzaa is because it is after all of the hoopla, all of the materialistic stuff that we have come to know about Christmas and things of that nature. And what it does is it embraces and embarks upon principles that are designed for us as a people. Particularly African Americans or people from the African diaspora, to engage in our culture, to understand that we too have richness within the culture and things of that nature. And also each particular principle fortifies us as a people. Today, umoja, unity. Okay. it, what else? We keep hollering that we need to come together, but I want to put a little perspective on it, if you will. Unity. Okay, this here, this principle exercises or demonstrates or fortifies us and understanding how we are once we learn how to stay together, how to come together. It fortifies us, it empowers us, it enriches us, it celebrates us that we know how we can do things when we are stronger in numbers. When we come together and unify, we're on the same accord, we're on one accord, we have the same purpose, we're going towards the same goals. Okay. And in this particular case, this particular principle um, fortifies us and empowers us to be on the ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal being that we are here within the United States of America as African Americans. Our goal is the ultimate goal is for us to become economically and politically in tune as our own, to where we have our own buying power, our own people. I always ask you, when you see other people, other nationalities, new Americans that have come over here, but yet still have been able to embrace their culture. Every major city has a Mexican town or Hispanic town. They have an Asian town or whatever, a little Chinatown or whatever we want to call it. There is a Jewish community in carrying on. We even have sections to where Middle Easterners and Chaldeans and stuff have their own particular sections. However, we as African Americans, we don't. We know what we call the hood. However, we do not have anything that fortifies us as a people, that enriches us as a people, that says that if we were to do this together, we can monument ourselves to where we can sprout and be taken seriously amongst the mainstream populace. We keep hearing the power to the people, children talking about white supremacy and this, that, and the other. We keep talking about, how everything is always designed to bring the black man and the black woman down to disrupt black families. Here, this particular principle, day one, umoja, unity. This here is where we learn what we need to do to come together. Whether you need to come together first in your household, to where if you are a two-parent household, the husband and wife get on the same accord, then you teach your children how your household is supposed to function. Then you get to your family members, and then it becomes a whole thing. Each one teach one, each one reach one. Okay. Once we do that, and then we understand what the main goal is, then we're able to sit down and plant those seeds. And once you plant the seeds, nurture the seeds then take root. Once it take root, it start to sprout, then it's able to grow and to grow bigger. Then you go and prune your garden, get out all the weeds and everything that is not going for the growth of the project. This is why unity is so important. It's become cliche for us now as people, we need to come together. Unity in the community, is cute catchphrases. But this particular principle here, it is designed so that we are able to internalize, apply, accept, and then teach. Okay. Once we do those things with this particular principle, we're able to then go and move mountains. See, we're so busy trying to climb the damn mountain, but we forgot we got the power to tell that sucker to move, and it will crumble, and I can move on. I could go forward, But we're up in here. We've got to change we got to change our thinking. We got to change the sight. You got to have a broader vision for what this is. And also, in having the vision, you got to be able to learn patience so that the vision can have time to manifest. So anything that you're doing will be able to allow it to manifest itself and allow it to come into fruition. This is why unity, this is the very first principle. This is the first thing we got to do, come together. And that's, again, just to say that come together is so cliche right now. But it is very, 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 very important to show y'all. We've done this on several occasions to where we have shown mainstream society when we come together and we have the same purpose and the same goal, we can move everything. Look what happened with the George Floyd marches and carrying on. Look what happened when we came together. Hell, even go back as for O.J. Simpson. We rallied and carried on and this, that, and the other, and we protested and the way that we did, free OJ, this, that, and the other, and he ended up being acquitted, whether you believe he did it or not. But look at what we did with the power in numbers. You understand? This is what happens. Look at what happens when we rally. When we sit down there and have a common goal, we're on the same accord, one focus, and that focus there's a main focus, and then we know how to branch off. But right now, we're trying to get this done. You know what I'm saying? We know how to organize. See, part of that unity is knowing how to organize. Because while this is here, we also got people in the wings preparing for all the other functions. You know what I'm saying? We have that in place. That's why this principle is so important. Unity, Umoja. Yes, Habara, Gani, Umoja. Say that. Habara, Gani, Umoja. Unity, darling. That there is my moment for right now, honey. I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to this particular year for Kwanzaa. I'm hoping that all of us learn how to celebrate it, how to embrace it. How, if you don't want to celebrate it or think it's too black or whatever the case may be, understand the principles. Get into the principles. Maybe you don't like the Kiswahili words or whatever, honey. Umoja, Kuji Chagalia. Maybe that's too black for you. But get into what the principles represent. If you get into the principles, honey, everything about the principles, child, will help set you up. Y'all want to talk about New Year's resolutions and carrying on? Well, let's get into these principles and let us start to take heed, internalize it, visualize it, get it to where this can come like the back of your hand, honey. We need to, this needs to be so second nature to us to where this is something that we know automatically. This is our first principle of Kwanzaa, honey. Umoja, unity. Hold on, everybody. I'm Big Meach, and this is a Big Meach moment. Thank you.